वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् भगवद्गीता अध्याय 4 श्लोक 26 श्रोत्रादीनीन्द्रियाण्यन्ये संयमाग्निषु जुह्वति शब्दादीन् विषयानन्ये इन्द्रियाग्निषु जुह्वति शब्दादीन् विषयान् अन्ये इन्द्रियाग्निषु जुह्वति अन्ये. In Sanskrit there are certain phonetic changes that happen when two words meet. Anye plus indriyagnishu. There is a sandhi, a phonetic change. That is why you don't see the A. Anya indriyagnishu. Anye plus indriyagnishu becomes anya indriyagnishu. Echo yavayavaha and lopashakalyasya. The context is jnana stutihi, glorification of jnana. Krishna is pointing out the greatness of self-knowledge. Therefore, he metaphorically presented jnana as a yajna. Basically, yajna means a fire ritual. You offer oblation to the fire, certain material like ghee or rice, they are offered to the fire. It is called yajna. Jnana is not yajna in the primary sense. Yet, Krishna figuratively describes jnana as yajna. Shloka 25. Brahmagnavapare yajnam yajnenaivopajuhvati is a description of jnana yajna, where Brahman is fire. Brahman is compared to fire, and the Atma is compared to the oblation, the offering. Then there are other yajnas. All other yajnas are enumerated in this section. Among the other yajnas, the first one is the regular yajna, which is generally called yajna. Offering oblation to a fire, addressing certain devatas. Krishna mentioned it first in Shloka 25. Among the list of various yajnas, the regular yajna is mentioned first. It is mentioned first because it is the real yajna. All other yajnas are mentioned later on because all other spiritual disciplines, they are not yajna in the true sense. Yet they can be figuratively compared to yajna, figuratively depicted as yajna. And in such a depiction, one of the components of the discipline is depicted as fire, and another component is pictured as the offering. Such yajnas, the yajnas that are not primarily yajna but figuratively looked upon as yajna, they are called gauna yajnas, whereas the original yajna is called mukhya yajna. First one is mukhya yajna. Daivameva pare yajnam yoginah paryupasate. From the second line, the gauna yajna start. One such gauna yajna is jnana. And the enumeration of such yajnas continue. In Shloka 26, Bhagavan describes two yajnas. The first yajna is called Pratyahara yajna. Pratyahara is a part of Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga is a very important spiritual discipline. It has 8 angas: yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Among these 8 angas, the fifth anga is called pratyahara. In fact, it is a very important component of meditation. Ashtanga Yoga involves meditation. Pratyahara means withdrawal of the senses from their respective objects. When we start meditation, we do pratyahara. We withdraw all the senses. We don't allow the senses to go out. The senses are not allowed to do their regular activities. Pratyahara is followed by the other 3 parts of Ashtanga Yoga. Dharana. Dharana means restraining the mind in a given place. Deshabandhaschittasya dharana. The mind keeps wandering everywhere. During meditation, we fix the mind in a given place. For example, fixing the mind in the heart. Just focus on your heart. It is a kind of dharana. You don't allow the mind to go away from the heart. Pratyahara is followed by dharana. Pratyahara is withdrawal of the senses. Dharana means fixing the mind on a given region. It is followed by dhyana, entertaining a flow of similar thoughts. For example, thought of a given form of devata, ishta devata. If you are meditating on Krishna, just think about Krishna. Continue the thoughts of Krishna. In between, some other thoughts might come. When some other thought comes, one should deliberately bring the mind back to the thought that is desirable in meditation. This kind of an effort to continue similar thoughts despite being disturbed by a dissimilar thought, it is called dhyan, meditation. Meditation is an effort to flow in a similar thought, to flow in a series of similar thoughts. And here we should not forget that the thought should deal with a spiritual theme. Dhyana leads to samadhi. In due course of time, effortlessly, the similar thoughts continue. You start abiding in the same thought. An effortless flow of similar thoughts is called samadhi. Pratyahara leads to dharana, dhyana, and finally samadhi. Dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. These three steps of Ashtanga Yoga are collectively called Sanyamaha. In Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, Sanyamaha is a technical word referring to dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. Since pratyahara leads to dharana, dhyana, and samadhi, in this yajna, Sanyamaha, which is nothing but dharana, dhyana, and samadhi, it is compared to Agni, fire, Sanyamagnihi. Sanyama is equal to dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. They are collectively compared to fire. Sanyamagnishu, in the fires of Sanyama. And what is the offering? Shotradini Indriyani. The Indriyas are offered. Shotradini Indriyani. Shotra, Shotrendriya, sense of hearing, etc. All the senses, they are offered to the fire of Sanyama through a discipline called pratyahara. The restraint itself is called pratyahara. And pratyahara kindles sanyama. Therefore, sanyama is compared to fire. Sanyamagnishu juhvati. Anye, some people. Anye, some people. Shotradini indriyani. The senses. They offer the senses to Sanyamagnishu, the discipline called Sanyama. They restrain the senses and meditate. Spend a long time, a substantial amount of time in meditation. In short, they perform Ashtanga Yoga, meditation. They are committed to this discipline. It gives a Chitta Shuddhi. Practice of Ashtanga Yoga is a way to purify the mind. Then there are some other people, they cannot practice Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga is not for everyone. It will suit some people who have time as well as health, as well as the mindset. You need three things to practice Ashtanga Yoga. First of all, you need time. Everyone will not find time to practice Ashtanga Yoga. People busy with the responsibilities cannot practice Ashtanga Yoga. Then health. One should have a good health. Also mindset. The inclination. Everyone will not have the inclination to sit in meditation for a long time. Therefore, Krishna gives another discipline to such people. This person is not ready to meditate for a long time. Therefore, he says, let me not restrain my senses altogether. Let me make use of my senses. He makes use of his senses, but while using his senses, he will be alert. He will not misuse his senses. He will feed only good information to his senses. He will make use of his hearing, his ears. But how? We can make use of our ears to hear many things, to hear gossip. We can also use the same ears to listen to Vedanta, Bhagavad Gita, to listen to devotional songs, to listen to Bhagavatam. Ears being the same, it can be utilized in different ways. When you commit your senses only for good things, only for spiritually nourishing inputs, it is a kind of yajna. What do we do in a regular yajna? We offer only pure things. To the fire of yajna, we don't offer waste from the dustbin. We don't empty the dustbin into the fire of yajna. We offer only pure objects, pure ghee, or pure rice, or pure logs of wood, samid. It is offered. And when we offer with the pure attitude as well. Then it is a yajna. Likewise, if we offer only pure information, pure inputs into our senses, then it is a yajna. The commentators describe this yajna apratishidha vishaya seva yajna, a yajna in which you experience vishayas, sense objects that are apratishidha, that are allowed by the Shastra, encouraged by the Shastra. He makes a resolve. Let me not hear gossips. Let me not see unhealthy things. Dirty things, dirty pictures. Instead, let me hear only pure things. Let me see only pure things. Bhadram karnebhish shrunuyama devaha. It is a beautiful prayer. May we see only good with our eyes. Bhadram pashyemakshabhiryajatraha. In this ritual, in this discipline, indriyas are fire. Senses are compared to the fire. Indriyagni. And the sense objects are the offering. Anye, here also Anye, some other people. By saying Anye, Bhagavan is hinting that it is not for everyone. No yajna is for everyone. The spiritual discipline should be chosen according to an individual's ability and inclination. Anye, some other people, Shabdadin Vishayan, the objects, sense objects, Shabda, etc., sound, etc., are the sense objects. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, sound, form, touch, taste, smell, these are the sense objects. They offer it to Indriyagni, the fire that are the senses. Indriyagnishu juhvati, they offer it to the senses. The fire in the form of senses. Shloka 27. Sarvanindriya karmani pranakarmani chapare atmasanyamayogagnau juhvati jnanadipite. This is another spiritual discipline that is equated to yajna. Atmasanyama yajna. It is a very beautiful idea. Studying the Shastra, studying a scripture like Bhagavad Gita should not remain just academic. It should inspire meditation. One should meditate on what one has heard in the Gita session. then it becomes a yajna. It is a meditation based on the teaching of the Shastra, teaching of Vedanta. The Gita Shastra reveals the Atma Tattva. You are the Atma. The Atma is free from samsara, free from the problems of life, free from the events of life, unaffected by the changes of life. It is your true nature. Then we have our life. We are going through the span of our life. We are experiencing every moment of our life. What is life? Krishna gives a description of life. The entire life can be understood as certain activities. Indriya karmani and prana karmani, the functions of senses and functions of prana. It is life. Life at a physiological level is prana karma, activities of prana, breathing, digestion, circulation, heartbeat. This is prana karma. Various activities of prana. When the prana is functioning, the person is alive. Primarily, life is prana karma. Then comes indriya karma, the activities of the senses. All that we do is indriya karma. We see, we hear, we speak, we walk, we work. All are indriya karma. The functions of five jnanendriyas and the functions of five karmendriyas, as well as the functions of mind. Even mind is an indriya. Thinking, feeling, imagining, indriya karma. Therefore, life is nothing but indriya karma and prana karma. Now, Bhagavad Gita teaches you, you are the Atma. You are free from the Indriyas because the Indriyas are Anatma. They are not the self. Indriyas are Anatma. You are the Atma. And you are not affected by the Indriyas and their activities. Therefore, your true self transcends your life. Your true identity transcends your life. The life is full of problems. There is no life without problem. If anybody has a life without problem, I would like to know his address. Please tell me. We have 32 people. Is there anybody who had a life without problem? Anybody? You can send a message or raise your hand. Nobody. Okay. There cannot be a life without problem. Okay, one person has sent a message, but this message also is a no. There cannot be a life without problem. Despite the problems of life, you are not affected by life because you transcend the life. The life is full of events. You transcend the events because you are not affected by the time, the timeline of life. You transcend the timeline of life. This is the teaching of Vedanta Shastra. After listening to such idea, one meditates on this truth. I transcend the Indriya karmas as well as the prana karmas. I transcend the functions of the senses and prana because I am the Atma. He meditates on this. He contemplates on this. This kind of a contemplation is a yajna. In this yajna, the entire life is looked upon as ahuti, offering, and meditation on the Atma is the fire. Atma Sanyamaha, meditation on the Atma, meditation on the true nature of the Atma, Atma Sanyama Yoga. It is Agni. And this Atma Sanyama Yoga Agni is kindled by Jnana. In this shloka, Jnana refers to the teaching of the Shastra, studying the Shastra, like Bhagavad Gita. This gentleman or this lady attends the Gita class, and in the Gita session, he or she understands this idea, and after the session, he or she meditates on the idea. The meditation is inspired as well as guided by the study of Gita. Therefore, Krishna says, At Jnanadipite, it is kindled by Jnana, Shastra Jnana, exposure to the Shastra. Jnanadipite Atma Sanyama Yogagnau Juhvati. They offer. What do they offer? Sarvani Indriya Karmani, Prana Karmani cha, Apare, some other people. Apare, some people. Not everyone. Because everyone don't listen to Gita. Some people cannot even spare 1 hour. Within 15 minutes, they become restless. They need to do some other type of discipline. This is for people who can expose themselves to Shastra, listen to the Shastra for a while, study the Shastra for a while, and then they want to take inspiration from the Shastra. They want to take guidance from the Shastra, and they want to meditate on the teaching. Then they see the benefit. Apare, some people, Sarvani Indriya Karmani Prana Karmani cha. All Indriya Karmas, all activities of the senses, as well as all activities of the prana, At Jnanadipite Atma Sanyama Yogagnau Juhvati. They offer it into the fire of Atma Sanyama Yoga, the fire of meditation on the true nature of Atma that is kindled by the understanding of the Shastra. Previously, we have seen Jnana Yajna. This is not a Jnana Yajna as such, because one who performs this Yajna, he is still a student. He is making effort to get the Jnana. You cannot call him a Jnani now. Therefore, it is distinct from Jnana Yajna. In the meanwhile, it is quite closer to Jnana Yajna. It tends to Jnana Yajna. द्रव्ययज्ञास्तपो यज्ञाः योगयज्ञास्तथा परे स्वाध्यायज्ञानयज्ञाश्च यतयः संशितव्रताः Bhagavan enumerates a few more yajnas. Dravyayajnaha, Dravyayajna means giving dana, giving wealth to others, other deserving people. Tapo yajnaha, tapo yajna, various types of austerities like fasting, it is also a type of yajna, being a spiritual discipline, being a means to chitta shuddhi. Tatha apare yoga yajnaha, and some other people do yoga yajna. They practice certain type of yoga, certain types of meditation. Swadhyaya jnana yajnascha, and some people do swadhyaya yajna, and some other people do jnana yajna. In this context, swadhyaya yajna refers to chanting, chanting the Vedic mantras or any other mantra like Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, or Rudra. Veda, it is Swadhyaya Yajna. Even chanting is a Yajna. Then Jnana Yajna. This Jnana Yajna is a different. It is not Atma Jnana. It stands for studying the meaning of the Shastras. For example, you read Mahabharata or Bhagavata with the meanings, or any other text with the meaning, then it is Jnana Yajna. Yatayaha samshitavrataha. All these people who perform such yajna, they are yatayaha. They are striving for moksha. They are working for moksha. Yatante mokshartham iti yatayaha. Who is yati? One who works for moksha. One who makes effort for moksha is called a yati. Everyone committed to one or another yajna, any spiritual discipline, is a yati because he is working for moksha, directly or indirectly. Samshitavrataha, and he is committed in his spiritual discipline. He is committed to the spiritual pursuit. He is firm in his discipline. To perform any yajna properly, one should be a samshita vrata. If he makes compromises every now and then, he cannot perform yajna. He has to stick to certain disciplines. For example, someone has taken up a discipline. I will not eat certain type of food. I will not eat onion and garlic. It is a vrata, a discipline, a vow. And if he compromises once in a while, yielding to somebody's pressure or yielding to temptation, his own temptation, then he is not firm in his discipline. Then he is not performing the yajna properly. To perform any yajna properly, one should be samshita vrata. One should be firm in one's resolve, firm in one's disciplines. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.